Breaking news, Fannie Mae just dropped a bomb on Florida condo owners. And some folks that were trying to buy a condominium in South Florida, but got mysteriously rejected for a mortgage, you may be in for a complete shock. The reason might be the condo you wanted to buy could be on a secret, quasi-governmental blacklist. Hello friends, my name is Chris Igoe. If you find value, please subscribe. You can't make this stuff up. News media reports and data leaks to a pair of law firms in New England and Fort Lauderdale have now confirmed what the industry has suspected for a long time. Fannie Mae, which is one of two federally chartered companies, have helped determine who qualifies for home mortgages. For the last 2 years, they've maintained a confidential database of condo buildings, including hundreds of them located right here in Florida, that it will not fund, it will not provide loans for, typically because of maintenance or financial issues. Now, this database, although it's been suspected for a while, is top secret, and it's been denied for a long time. But being included in this database can make it next to impossible for owners and for the associations to get a traditional conforming mortgage, to refinance, or to obtain loans for repairs at normal rates or terms, according to industry experts. And because Fannie Mae has insisted on confidentiality from lenders, they reject applicants. The rejected applicants have no idea why. They simply don't know why they've been denied. And the blacklist appears to have grown substantially since Fannie Mae enacted stricter requirements for condos to qualify for loans and mortgages that it backs after the Champlain Tower South collapsed in Surfside back in 2021. And I'm going to provide a link to this article because you must know exactly what it says, and I'll include a link that was created by these firms, these law firms, so that you can see if your condo is part of this blacklist. And trust me, Fannie Mae doesn't want you to know that you're on the list. Condo associations across Florida and the rest of the country have been struggling to catch up with delayed maintenance and develop plans to address critically needed repairs. And Fannie Mae has been stonewalling. They've been denying this list exists for a long time, but recently they acknowledged the list does exist. And they say they're going to create a searchable database so that you can see if your association, your condo association, is on the list, which is awfully nice of them, right? Because if I'm an owner of a condo in one of these buildings, or I'm on the association of one of these condo boards, I want to know if we're on the list right now. But Fannie Mae says it will be available online sometime after the third quarter of next year. And if you're a condo owner, I suspect you're pretty unhappy with that decision. You want to know right now. And you're not alone. There are plenty of frustrated condo owners and associations and buyers that are hanging in limbo. They want to know what the deal is right now. And I don't blame them. I would want to know right now too. But the thing that bothers me the most is that these condo owners, these associations, they can't solve the problem if they don't know what the problem is or if they're on the list to begin with. It's impossible to solve for something if you don't know it exists. But the fact that Fannie Mae is keeping this a secret injures the people that live in the building in a major way. But to be clear, the blacklist exists, and I'm going to share the link so that you can know if you're on it. But the list was first exposed by the Orange County Register newspaper in California earlier this year. And more recently, it was confirmed by the Boston Globe. But its existence has stunned the South Florida condo industry in a major way. The condo industry is reeling from the consequences of the Surfside collapse, which prompted not only more stringent scrutiny by Fannie Mae and its federally chartered twin Freddie Mac, but it also created sweeping reforms across the board in the Florida legislature. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, which are overseen by the Federal Housing Finance Agency, are semi-independent corporations created by Congress to make it possible for Americans to buy homes with affordable financing. Together, the corporations back an estimated 70% of residential loans across the United States. Both buy home loans and mortgages from lenders and package them and sell them as securities, which reduces the risk and the cost for private lenders. And they both have some strict requirements regarding finances and physical conditions of condos and co-ops to ensure the investments are secure. But most banks won't lend if a condo doesn't meet Fannie or Freddie standards, because it means that Fannie and Freddie won't back the loans. And typically the reasons why corporations won't back mortgages at a condo range from inadequate reserves or insurance, structural or construction issues, or too many delinquencies and too high a percentage of rentals. But last year, both Fannie and Freddie enacted expanded requirements for condos to qualify for lending in the wake of the Surfside disaster. But when the story originally broke back in April, it was leaked. There are lists of buildings not eligible for its backing and labels the information on it confidential and proprietary, which means there's a blacklist. And even if the condo association or the condo owners manage to find out they're on the list, there is apparently no way to appeal. And there's no way to get off the list. And it's not exactly a secret if you live in an older building that there are structural things that need to be done. And many of these older condo associations have put off spending that money or doing that upkeep for a long time. If there's a blacklist, the system is rigged. But according to the Boston Globe, the Fannie Mae list included 1,770 properties across the country in May. But it skyrocketed in October to 2,308 properties, with the lion's share of those condos being in Florida. 35% of the list, or about 800 properties, are in Florida. And roughly 250 of these condos are in Miami, Dade, and Broward County. And if you want to know if your condo is on the list, you can click the link up above or down below and you can find out right now. And if there's ever anything I can do to help you with anything, please reach out, because who you hire matters.